The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? Shelton J. Think About It Radio. Another Monday. That means Mondays with Miss Reathia Davis, the owner of Slay Bad Credit, affiliated with FES. I really hope you guys are getting something out of these shows because we really enjoy bringing this material to you guys every week, and we love the feedback. We love more feedback, questions, comments, and concerns. Miss Davis, how are you doing this week?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful, excited. Got plenty of information today to share that's going to just, blow our consumer minds and just, hey, let them know where they need to be on the right track to get that credit, not just for, houses, could be cars, just improve your life in general.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's not just a one size fits all. This is a broad base of information that we're giving to you. And again, if you can't use information, feel free to pass it on to someone else that can benefit from it. Let's not be selfish.
It is so right.
Yes. So before we get started, give you information, contact information, website, let the people know how they can get a hold of you before we get into it and forget that particular part of it.
Okay, certainly.
Yes, ma'am.
So my website address is www.slaybadcredit.com. The phone number you can reach me at is 713-701-1311. I'm also on Instagram at slaybadcredit, and I have a Twitter account, and it's slaybadcredit.
Slay it. That means it's gone. When something is slayed, what does that mean?
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it. When you came up with that name, what was the overall, I guess, message that you wanted to send when you came up with that name, Slay Bad Credit? It took me a while to come up with that name, and it played a lot of factors played into it. It's like people have bad credit, and it's like, what do we want to do with it? We want to get rid of it. And, just in thinking of the name, it's like, a slay is like taking a butcher knife or taking a axe or taking a machete knife and just lay it out the way and just, make it not come back. When you slay it and kill it, it ain't no coming back to it. That's what I'm talking about. It's gone.
That's what we want to do. We don't want to pamper it. We don't want to mend it. We want to slay it. We want to get it out of there.
That's a heck of an approach to have. I like that approach though, because again, if you just playing with it, then it's going to come back and haunt you later on down the line. But if you actually look at the problem, look at the solution, and then come with it, a great strategy, if you will, and then slay it. As the name of your company says, slay the bad credit. And I encourage everyone that heard the contact information, please get in contact with her. Use those resources that's available to you if you need them. And again, I repeat this again. If you can't use it, share it with someone else that can, because you may be connected with somebody, and then they'll be connected to someone else, because you never really realize how we're all connected, some way or another. So it's very important that you share the information and put the information out, and then just really be about this effective networking, because you just want to see everyone rise up. There's room enough for everybody to come on up. There's room. There's definitely room.
Yeah. And just like with slay, the word slay is a very aggressive word. And with our company, that's how we focus and start from the time you sign up is very aggressive with getting your credit, working on getting your credit straight.
Good. That's the point. I think that's what people want and need, a targeted strategy, really no nonsense. Saying, okay, this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to do it. And all I need to know is when you want to execute the strategy, because it just wash, rinse, repeat, and put those things out there, and then also inform the consumer what's going on. But I like the way, that your company do that, and also keep them informed and also keep them involved, because who wants to, you want to know about your business better than anyone else. And we say this often on the show, that we want to make sure that you guys are involved in the process, because as you see the results, you'll see the pride. You'll see the pride of some of those negative things falling off because you took a step. You took an opportunity to make a choice and invest in yourself. We invest in so many other things in so many other ways with so many other people, but sometimes we refuse to invest in ourselves. So with Slay Bad Credit, with getting on a plan, with getting you a strategy, with getting you some kind of direction, you're investing in yourself and your future, and the people that's around you, they'll benefit from the benefits that you're receiving, and then guess what that's going to do? That's going to pique their interest in wanting to benefit from it as well if they need this information. Hello?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I thought I lost you.
Oh,
But
no.
But yeah, I really congratulate you guys and encourage you to just keep pushing and keep moving forward with the process of informing the people. Then also you mentioned something about the seminars, right? You have some seminars, some information on that?
Yes, definitely. Again, like, this is a passion for me to make sure that everybody is financially educated. And it's not just about, it's not just about making purchases, for you. It's about having a good, healthy life, with your work. And when people credit is good and life is good and they're not struggling and not having to output more money on bills than they're inputting in their bank account, it's healthier. So we have started now doing seminars and presentations to help people learn how to get into the program, as far as in educating them as far as getting their credit repaired. So our first one that we're going to be doing, expanding outside of a certain area, is going to be May 20th, and we're going over in the River Oaks area for a seminar. We haven't gotten all the details as far as the location and the time, but mark your calendars for May the 20th, which we will have. And we're looking to do them more frequently, other than just doing them, once a month or twice a month. We also encourage that if you have maybe a small group of people that you would like a presentation done, to show and educate your family members or someone, that's, in a small group, we also do one-on-one.
Excellent. Great information. Now, I won't be at that particular one on May the 20th because I have that economic conference event in the great city of Crockett, Texas. But definitely I will try to be at some of the other ones that you guys have if my schedule and everything permits, because I definitely want to be involved in the process and just like I said, just see the looks on people's faces as some of those questions get answered. Because sometimes with the credit, how the credit game works is that if you go apply for something, right, and then you can't particularly qualify for it, they're not going to really invest a lot of time in trying to teach you or train you on how to get qualified. Even though it'd be to their best interest if they do, but a lot of times they don't, because they're all about, let's get this next dollar. And so the time they're spending, trying to get you up to speed, they letting money walk out the door. So it's beneficial and it's important that you come to these seminars and get this information, because once you know it for yourself, one thing about information, no one can take it from you. Because once you know what you know, no one can take that, no matter how old you are.
Right. Exactly.
It's yours.
And what a lot of consumers fail to understand, too, is if you're denied credit, you're entitled to a free credit report.
Absolutely free.
So if you go somewhere and you're denied, keep in mind that where you got denied at, they will not be able to provide you with that credit report. However, you can get on the website to get your credit reports for free, and you can call the 800 numbers for the 3 different credit bureaus, and you can get them mailed to you. So there are different ways that you can get your, free credit report, and you can also get one free once a year. Not just being denied credit, being denied insurance, or being denied for employment qualifies you to get a credit report for free.
Right, exactly. Freecreditreport.com, I believe, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, you go there and get the credit report. Because that's the thing sometimes about finances and credit. You know, we don't have enough of those conversations, either because they're boring or we feel like, I guess, they're too advanced, or we're not in a situation to entertain that kind of conversation. But I would definitely encourage us to have those conversations about finance and credit. Talk to your kids about it. Give them an understanding, not just when they get out of school and then go get a credit card and then come back home because the credit card balance is jacked up and the credit score is all messed up. Worse situation than when they actually left. So it's imperative that we have those kind of conversations rather than just some of the surface issue conversation we have. Now, I'm not negating people conversations in their home. What I'm saying is that we can add on to it if we're not having those kind of conversations, because it's going to really be imperative that we do that. Because one thing about credit, just like social security number or social security number or whatever, or an ID number, identification number, every person has one because they require that every person has one. Now, back in the day, there was a system where there wasn't a credit scoring. It was your word was your bond. Things changed because because the scale shifted a little bit as well. And so it's because if we go back, there's a reason for all this, and I don't really know the whole reason for it all, but I do know that the way the system is set up, we have to be playing chess when everyone else is playing checkers. So we just have to be smart about it and then leverage our credit, because that's what people do that have wealth, that have finances. They take their credit and they leverage it. They buy assets with their credit. And so they leverage that credit to buy more assets, and then they benefit from that, you know, whether it be property or whatever. They buy assets because their credit allows them to do it. And so they're not consumers anymore. Now they're commerce. They're out there creating something. You know, they're letting their money work for them rather than for us working for our money. And the foundation of a lot of that is a great financial outlook, a great credit score, discipline, you know, with your finances, you know, spending less, setting a budget, you know, having those little bitty conversations, because once you put it to pencil and paper, you'll start realizing how much you're throwing away, how much you can use to improve your credit, you know, how much money you are wasting, you know. So it's just a matter of just taking a picture out, taking a look at your own outlook. You know, take a look at your own situation, not anyone else coming in, getting in your business. Take a look at it yourself. And if you see that it needs help and attention, that's where Slay Bag Credit comes in. You know, that's where services are individuals that truly care to see.
Right. And to add on to that, what you were saying, a lot of people don't understand, one of the most important things with that is a budget. A budget plays a big factor in your credit. Because a lot of times people do not live within their budget, and so what they do is they make additional bills by getting credit cards that have these high interest rates. Or, you know, they have these companies that are like, okay, well, I'm going to give you this credit card, and I'm going to start you out with a low rate. Start you out with a low amount with high interest rates. And then what happens is that over time, when they show themselves, you know, like you say, approved by paying their credit card on time, and then they ask for a increase, and then they give them a little bit here and a little bit there, even though your credit score is still bad, you know, not in the best situation. What happens is you build a credit with the company, and with these companies, what they do is it's not about your credit score anymore. It's about the way that you've shown yourself approved with them of making your payments on time, and then you start paying, getting more line of increase. And then what happens is you get to a point to where now you're living beyond your means, because now you can't afford to pay that higher credit card payment, because instead of it being $20 when you was at $200, now you at $60 and $70 because you done got a $500, $600 increase. But that extra money wasn't in your budget. So now that card is gone. You still owe them. It's a charge off, and now your credit is bad.
Yep. And so the cycle continues. And depending on your situation and where you are in life, something else will get added to it. Then now the score gets lower and lower and lower. And then now, hey, I got to get my credit improved. I got to start working on getting my credit score increased. Okay, well, the offers that you'll start getting will be 24, 25% interest rate, and then you start it all over again. So it does take some discipline. And then also living below your means, not trying to, I guess, tell people what to do with their finances. But if you are in a financial situation to where you see that you had more bills than what you had income, then you owe it to yourself